Shama, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. All right. Shama, share me the PPT, no? Is it in the same folder?
Yes, sir. Same folder. One right.
Okay, fine. I still have the old one.
I have updated some of the slides, sir.
Hold on. Sana, sorry. Ignore, that's fine. Okay, let's get started. Okay, now it's 302, right? Maybe we should wait for a minute or two, just in case anybody has difficulties. We'll start at 305. Okay. Shama, can you please write down this number?
Yes, sir. Tell me.
99725
99725
64864.
64864.
864, correct. See if he is able to join or if any difficulty he has, um, guide in resolving and joining.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Vasu Deshpande from EasyLib Software Private Limited. I am your host today. We are going to cover the digital library portion in EasyLib. Okay. So digital library portion, and we also interchangeably use institutional repository here. Okay. So let's get started. Okay. So we have about, I think, a dozen people who have registered and joined the call. So this session is going to be for about an hour. So as you have questions, kindly use the QA session, QA box over there, put the questions, and I'll answer at the end. Okay. We'll also try if we can unmute you so that we can make it more interactive. Otherwise, at least please post the questions. So, as you know, EasyLib stands for Entire Automation System for Libraries. Okay, now the next version we have got is Easy1, that the one system for your entire organization. That's our goal. Okay, when it comes to EasyLib, digital library module or the institutional repository module is one of the prominent modules in EasyLib. I'm so happy to state that many of our customers have got A plus, A double plus grade in NAC, and showcasing the digital library has been one of the things that really impressed the NAC assessors who had come to the college. Okay, so let's get going. So directly I will cover the software portion. I do have the PowerPoint presentation also for reference. And when you become a customer, okay, you get one site. Okay, that's your college name .easylib.net. So EasyLib is a completely cloud-based application. The newer version is a fully cloud-based application. We just as a background, we started this company about 20 years back, along with a couple of friends who had worked with many companies worldwide, including India, US, Europe, and other countries. Okay, so we thought, why don't we develop something for the Indian market? And then we experimented with multiple products, and then we started developing the software for the educational segment and develop the expertise in the library segment. Thanks to all of you who were very enthusiastic in getting the things automated. So that's how we are into the library segment. Now we have considering the trends that are happening in the library space, a lot of changes. Earlier the library software meant basically the cataloging, student data management, circulation, then periodicals, OPAC, reports. Then gradually equation got added. Then visitor management got added. And the digital library became a very prominent one. So now library definition and the modules has even become more. Say, for example, event management, inventory management, personalized service to each of the student. Okay, journal publication module. So these are all part of the library software now, actually. So we have included all of them in EasyLib 8.4a. That's our latest version of the software. So what I'm showing you here is the EasyLib 8.4 version directly, which is in front of you right now. Okay. So when you become a customer, we will give a URL. It could be as simple as ESPL82. That's our test site. Okay. Similarly, let's say we'll open one of our customers' website, vgwomens.easylib.net. VG Womens is a college in Kalburgi. They got A double plus grade in NAC. Okay, so let's open another one, sjec.easylib.net, St. Joseph Engineering College. We'll open a couple of them. So smit.easylib.net I'm going to open. Okay, so this is the Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology. All those I have opened. So the SJC, maybe I'm typing the URL incorrectly. So this is the Sikkim Manipal Institute, and this is the VG Women's College. So like this, when you become a customer, we will host an instance for you on one of our servers, and the application will be running up and running within a couple of days. Then maybe a couple of days more to import your data. It can go a little longer based on the data size. Then we'll give a crash course to get started on the application. So within 1 week, you'll be up and running. Then in the following weeks, we work with you to make sure that we train you on different aspects of the software, the best practices, run through our checklist of about 40 items, give you a hand holding, so on, so that its usage is very smooth. Okay, so The primary, the major benefit of EasyLib software is one is it's a completely cloud-based application, right? So that way you don't have to maintain any servers. Even for the digital library, you don't need to maintain a separate server because everything is hosted on EasyLib servers. And then we have hosted our servers in what is called as an Iron Mountain. That's a company over here, worldwide company. Incidentally, that is where AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud also happen to keep their servers. So what we have done is considering the importance of your data, the necessity of making sure that your data is safe, secure, and we are the servers are up all the time. We have invested heavily on the infrastructure part. Okay, so this is our the website how it looks, and then let's get started over here. So now this page, this is web opaque. It's common to the students as well as the staff, right? So now again, there are multiple options here. So when I go over here, I am able to see the home page directly. But when I go to, let's say, Sikkim Manipal University or VG Women's, I am seeing an option where I need to enter these additional details. Okay, the user ID, password, and other details I need to enter. Okay, so SMIT, they have guest also over here, right? So different organizations can configure the application the way they desire. The front page can be configured. You can place this physical library down, the home page, you can update it. You can put the different text over here. Okay. And you have the search bar here. Okay. So let's go to Kshama.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So let me log into an alternate site here, test.easylib.net. Okay, so you got it over here. So now there's an entire thing, right? So it's a completely customizable one, right? So lots of customization is possible here. Okay, so now let me go here. I will log in as a student here. So login as a student. So I will put my user ID password. Okay, so now I am logged in. My photo is available and I have the complete access, including ability to open the tickets. I'll go later in that. So now the purpose of this demonstration today was on the digital library. So I have a checklist here, what all items I am going to cover. The first part is difference between a digital library and an institutional repository. What is it? Very simple. Digital library, digital library is what is available in the entire world, and then you are giving access to that. On the other hand, institutional repository is your own contents. Okay, so IR, what all it will have? It will have project report. It will have question papers. Okay, it will have theses. Okay, so it will have lecturer notes. It will have your old videos. You have old photographs, the rare material that you have got, your own books that you have published. All of them, which is owned by your institution, is part of the institutional repository. And on the other hand, usually the term digital library is referred to the contents that is hosted elsewhere. Say, for example, National Digital Library of India, NDLI. So that's a site hosted by IIT Kharagpur. You are giving access to that. You are subscribing to IEEE, Springer, or the different databases. Whatever you are subscribing, they are all part of the digital library. For our discussion purpose, we will use both of them interchangeably because in my view, digital library is inclusive of this institutional repository also. Okay, they are not two separate. Digital library means external contents plus internal contents. So let's keep that definition for our understanding purpose. Okay, hope this clarifies. So if somebody asks you whether EasyLib supports building institutional repository, the answer is yes. We just have to call it as a extended as a part of the digital library. Okay. All right. So let's come to the next part. Best practice of organizing the content. What does it mean? What all digital library can content? Let's do one thing. Why don't we directly jump into some of our customers' sites? Okay. Or let me start with our own site here, test site. I'm clicking on EBT. See, now I will just control plus, it will become bigger. So ebooks, whatever books that you have in the library, the scanned books, that is one thing that's a part of your digital library. Then lot of material that you have got, let's say the electronic, the circuit boards, they will have come up with a handbook, right? So again, the library can own, have it scanned and then add it to the digital library. You know, college will have thousands of items that they have procured from different vendors for civil engineering lab, electronics engineering lab, the mechanical engineering lab. So all these different departments would have procured very expensive machines, and in a medical college, there's MRI machines and this one, that one. So all those manuals and handbooks, you can add it to the digital lab. That's another. Then question papers. Students love the question papers because they gives a guidance on what they should prepare for. Years of question papers. If you are all that can be added to the software. Newspaper clippings. So this is an interesting one. Most of the newspapers have got a digital version. But now let's say there is an article about your organization in a newspaper. If somebody wants to see how many times this particular college has been referred in the newspaper, whom they have to approach? Of course, the library. So that's what we recommend is that you create something called a ebook type as a newspaper clipping. Keep on adding your newspaper clippings over there. So that moment, when I click on the newspaper clicking, I will see how my organization is faring in terms of the news. Okay. Then the project reports. Your students year after year come up with the project reports. Some of them may be simple, some of them may be absolutely brilliant. By the way, I should tell you, the Google that we are using today was one of the project reports of two students in Stanford University. You can imagine the quality of the project reports, right? So in your organization, in your institution, project reports play a significant role. You can completely scan that project report or ask the student to give you a soft copy. You can upload into the digital library of EasyLib. Okay, call it as an institutional repository either. That's a project report. Faculty publications. Today, NIRF ranking 1, 2, 3, right? So one of the major criteria is how well your faculty has been publishing, right? So all of that can be added into your digital repository. So schedule. So maybe that's for the mechanical one, I think. EasyLib brochures. We put our own EasyLib brochures in our digital library, right? Visit reports. So your students go on a field trip or you provide a consultancy and you want to make this available over here. Some premier people, they visited your organizations. So whatever you want to showcase to your students, faculty and external people, you can add it into the digital library. NDLI publications. So this is an interesting one. NDLI publication, National Digital Library of India, the content is residing there. It doesn't mean you have to copy the content and put it here. What you can do is selected items in the digital library. When I go into the NDLI, right? NDLI, when I go, there are a few lakhs of contents over there. Let's see how many contents they have got. I don't see. Where is that? Maybe National Digital Library of India. I'll type it. National. Well, it should. Why would I need the history? So this is the difference, for your students, we recommend you to give them the direct search ability. How you have built your digital library, students may not be interested. They are interested in the content. So now, right now, I want to see what all contents are in the digital library, right? National Digital Library of India. But I am having difficulty in content. So somewhere it will be available. Earlier, they used to have a beautiful site here where I could see that. I'm not able to see that. Somebody has it. Please post it over here so that I can open directly the NDLI page, search page here. Okay. NDLI search page. Okay, good. Yeah. So now they have put over here. This is a search page. I can check on different Bengali. This is Kannada. How many materials are there? What all items are there? Say, for example, 15 ದಿನಗಳ ಧ್ಯಾನದ ಸವಾಲು. If you like this article, you want to make it available to your students. You don't have to download it and then give it to your students. What you can do is you can simply copy this particular URL from the NDLI site. Okay. Copy this URL and add it into your EasyLib repository. Okay, EasyLib repository, when you add it, people will be able to see that. Okay, all right. Let me go back over here to the our EasyLib repository page. So let me close this NDLI. Okay, so NDLI publications. Or if you think that there are other publishers who have published beautiful articles that you want your students to refer, keep just adding those links. So that way you are not violating the copyrights and you are taking the students to that particular site. EasyLib training videos. Of course, we conduct these videos, right? Lot of these trainings we conduct, we are adding those into the digital repository. So this is one of the best practices. So as many types of the documents you want to put it, please create those types and upload it. Okay. So now let's do one thing. We will open one of the other customers digital library portion. So VG Women's, when I clicked on it, let's see. So if I have access, so SMIT, if they have enabled the guest access, I will be able to see that. So otherwise I wouldn't be able to see. Ah, good. It's enabled. So Sikkim Manipal University, EBT, if I click, now look at it now. This is one of our customers. Question papers, 3,000 question papers they have put. Project report, 609. Periodical back volumes, 2943. They're beautiful one, right? See, all the periodicals that the college has subscribed, the very first page has been scanned and added to the digital library, right? Project reports, all the students' project reports are added here. Question papers, this is a this is a university by itself, autonomous one. So all the question papers of multiple years they have added here, right? So this is one of the best practices here. Let's go into BG Women's College over here. Where is it? And see if they have enabled the guest. So let's see. Okay, in the BG Women's College, I'm going to see. Let's see why my internet is slow today. Okay. Okay, so EBT, if I click, so now if you see here, they have put paper publications, PowerPoint presentations, ebook, white question paper code, videos, newspaper clippings, another 2,000 question papers, notes they have put, syllabus they have copied the entire syllabus. So basically all of this you want to categorize and put it here. Other thing that you want to do is when you add this data, categorize by department, subject, just like you do the cataloging for the regular books, you can add it. So let me go here, come back to the main page. Okay, where is that? Let me go into our main site. Test.easylib.net. I'm going here. Okay. Um, all right. So I had logged in the other window. So now I'm going to log in here. Okay. By the way, when I clicked on the login, there was an email option. What it means is that when you become a customer, each of your students get a login ID password. Okay. So initially you can communicate. EasyLib also has the ability where if they forget their login ID password, they can log in with their email. They can just put their email ID and get the OTP and login. Okay, now in the interest of the time, let me fast forward, go to the next one. So we covered the best practices of organizing the contents. In summary, you want to adequately categorize them by different ebook types. Okay, put the years if it is a question paper and so on. Okay, now digital material acquisition process. Many times we think that digital library means put the contents, give the link, right? That is not exactly the digital library alone because the digital library process is really much more involved here. So which items to procure? Okay, which journal to subscribe? Which database we should to subscribe? All that each of you can ask your faculty, your students, your head of the departments to go over here and request it over here. Say now there is a request process. My library, when they click, they can books requested. They they can request for the new books or an electronic book. So again, what they can do is so select item type. They can choose any of the items type they want. Okay. If it happens to be the, I think I added to this ESPL 82. Let's see if it is up. So this is another test site actually. So I couldn't log in at that time. So let me try again. If it allows, let me log in and then show you. Okay, good. It's coming up. Let it come. So now if I go here, my library, books requested, I can request the items, digital contents here, purchase of the digital content. So I want to get ebook. Choose the ebook, put the title, author, all that thing, submit it. If you want the journal to be subscribed, e-subscription to be subscribed, all of them you can put it here. So this is the starting point. You might have studied in your MLIS. It's also called pattern driven acquisition. Okay. So now similarly, once the students request, right, they'll be able to see the request books they requested as well as the electronic items they requested here. Okay. Now going back over here. So now as a librarian, so now let me log in as a librarian here. Okay. I am going a flow here, so that way I am covering not just how to see a digital library, instead how to build a digital library within EasyLib. Okay, so now I am logging in as a library staff. So again, in EasyLib, the entire security is role-based, and my role has got the digital library access. So what you can do is you can go into the acquisitions module here. Okay, so when you go into the acquisitions module, here you are going to see what all items have been requested by different departments, people and all that. Okay, so many items have been requested. Many of them may be even your digital contents here. So if you see over here, you can see by item type and so on. Okay, so now whichever you want, you can choose. Whatever, if you want to buy all of these, you can move to RFP. What does it mean is that request for proposal. You create a request for proposal and go to the request for proposal screen and export that and send to your vendor. The vendors will be able to log in, send you the prices. You can feed the data, or if you look at EasyLib, right? Let me show you over here. So when I log out from here, so let me see here. When you go into the login, so this one is with humans, right? Let me go into the test.easylib.net. Okay, so here we allow the login even for the vendors also. Okay, so now if you see the vendor, we can give the ID password to the vendor. They will be able to see only their portions, whichever tender or the RFP you have assigned to them, they will be able to see a complete list of items which are being purchased by the college. Right? There they will be able to put the price. Then again, you can go here. There is a quotation comparison screen. Here you can do the quotation comparisons. Okay, whichever quotation, RFP number, choose that and then do a comparison. Who all vendors have provided the prices. So you get a beautiful report that says that, okay, this particular item, let me see. Okay, this particular item, these 4 vendors quoted, vendor 1 price, 2 price, 3 price, 4th price, and which is the least one. So you get a beautiful report of which vendor has quoted the list and you can place the order. Okay, the same process applies for the books, journals, as well as the digital content. So even EasyLib has the ability to create a purchase order, add those purchase lines, send it to the vendor, and maintain the complete documentation within EasyLib itself. Okay, all right. Now, let me go into the actual digital library part, because this acquisition itself is a much bigger module. It's almost as big as the digital library module, actually, because there is a requisition is involved, there is a RFP is involved, sending to the vendor is involved, vendor login is involved, quotation entry is required, price entry, or vendors will enter the price, then you the quotation comparison, then you create a purchase order, you add different lines to that purchase order, you send to the vendor, vendor will give you an indent, you create a GRN, that's a goods receipt note. Goods receipt note will have hundreds of items there. Finally, there is a price, and then you authorize the payment of that particular GRN. Okay, this is the whole process. We'll take that in a separate session. But for right now, for the digital library portion, the one that you really want to immediately start using is get the requests of what items to be purchased in the digital library. Okay, through the acquisitions module. As I showed, when the students log in, right? So they will be able to directly request it. Okay, all right. Okay, so now let me go into the next item in the agenda. That is the digital material acquisition process we briefly covered. Now the tracking digital subscription. Okay, so as I said, digital library contains multiple items. One is what is inside your library. One is what is outside your library. So now let me go over here. See digital subscriptions. Your college may be a part of, let's say, Helinet consortium, VTU consortium, or another consortium which is giving you thousands of journals, right? So what you can do is you can ask them to give the URL. I think one of our customers, if it is okay, I would love to open Father Muller Medical College. They have done a beautiful job related to, okay, maybe I'm typing it wrong. Okay, so they have done a beautiful job related to adding all those contents into the digital subscriptions. Maybe a few thousand journals they have subscribed, everything is added in EasyLib. Okay, so people can search over here. Okay, if somebody wants to know about biology, they can see, okay, biology world, a few couple of journals. If somebody wants to know about physics, there is an international journal of physics. So here for our test purpose, we put easylib.com and net or something. But in the real world, you are going to put the actual URL that the vendor has given you. So neatly manage all your digital subscriptions into this. Simply to enter this, very simple. What you do is you go to the digital library module. Okay, in EasyLib we call, okay, institutional repository plus digital library is the same module over here. Okay, here what you are doing is subscription. So basically you are entering all the subscription data, subscription ID, number, title, author, start date, end date, currency, and many more details. Okay, so now you have already created the purchase order. You can add the purchase order details also over here in one of the remark or some other field here. Okay, now if you are a part of the consortium, that consortium gives you a list of maybe 2000 journals. What you do is you just get that list from them, put it in Excel, and you should be able to import that Excel. Very simple, easy. You are getting that Excel from the, let's say, Helinet or VTU. Get that list, prepare an Excel, and then, there is somewhere there they choose that particular file, choose that file, and add which field pertains to what field in Excel to EasyLib, right? And then you click on import, things get imported. As simple as that. Sometime it becomes confusing, can I get some template is available? Actually, it's all free flow. So you know what you can because it's all configurable, customizable. You can have the Excel in any format as long as it's consistent. All titles should be in one column. The URL should be in one column. Start date, end date should have the same format of the date and all that. So all those things are there. When you give that, it simply will be able to upload it over here. So when you do that, all the data comes over here. It will be visible in the digital library in the home page here. So you can always click on the logo and it will go to the home page over here. Okay. Okay, let me go back here. So this is where I saw all these digital connections, D, right? Digital subscriptions. So we saw that. Okay. Um, any questions on the subscription? Kindly put it into the notes. I will be able to answer at the end. What we have done is that when it comes to the physical books, the default is Mark 21 standard. Okay, because the physical books, right? Suppose this is a book over here. Okay, and this book, what is the size of the book? What is the width? What is the length? Who is the publisher? Edition? You know, is it printed on what kind of paper? So many things. So that's why for the physical books, usually the Mark 21 format is used. But when it comes to the digital library, Dublin Core, which is very simple, much more flexible because it has got only 14 fields, easy to understand, is the one that is standard actually. So when I go into the digital library, primarily do you add those 14-15 fields enough. EasyLib also has the ability to add the additional custom fields also that can be added here. Okay, hope that's clear. In summary, All subscriptions you can add in EasyLib. Next, building your own digital library with ebooks and URL. How you are going to do that? Again, you go here. There is a screen to add this. First, let me go over here. Ebook entry form. Simple thing. So again, we had so many different types, right? Where do you add these types? It's very simple. Digital item type. One of the beauty of EasyLib is that it's pretty straightforward. Very much customizable. Question and answers, question papers, a sample, testing video, all of them you can add it under the digital item type. There is one more, that is the ebook types also, file types you can add, whether it's a PDF copy, whether it's Excel, JPEG, and all that you can add. Within that particular type, ebook, handbook, question papers, all of them you can add. So it's very flexible. And if you happen to have anything specific to your library, say for one of our customers, that's I don't remember the name. So that is a very specialized in law, right? So they had those Supreme Court rulings. So simply what you do is the ebook type is going to be Supreme Court rulings, and then add all the Supreme Court rulings over here. Okay. So yeah, primarily pretty flexible here. So now what you do, you simply go to the ebook entry form and type what is the type you are adding. Okay. And ebook type. The first one comes over here. You add the title, author, subject, call number, class number. Simple 14 fields you add it. And here you have two options. Either you add the PDF copy. Okay. So this copy I have added over here directly. So this is what I have added here. Okay. Easily brochure. Or you can add that URL. So we were looking at that NDLI, right? So the art of living material, dhyana the material, right? So that link you can put it over here, ndli.com, National Digital Library of India.com, wherever it is, the full URL you put it here. If it requires user ID password, you put the user ID password. And again, whether you enable guest access or not, it's up to you, right? This again very simple parameter in EasyLib. If you enable guest, the guest will be visible. If you don't enable it, guest access is not there, right? This is especially important if you are uploading some of the material that you want only your students to know. Then enable that login compulsorily. Okay. Otherwise, so basically you have got all these in the entry form as per the Dublin code. You enter this all these fields: title, author, subject, call number, class number, department, section, grade. The engineering first year, second year, BSc first year, second year, semester, and all that. You add it here. Okay. Then the ID, password we added, file type, and all that thing we added. Now, what if you have got already a digital content somewhere? Right. So you have got thousands of ebooks. I think we recently helped one of the college, that is Ballari Business College. They had a couple of thousand electronic material in a PDF format. Simply we requested them, asked them to upload in, create a Excel, and then give it to us along with the material. We will upload into the server. Okay. So there is an import option here. So again, import option, simply go to that is the digital subscription import. There is a ebooks import here. Again, the same, pretty much the format is there. Map the fields, import it. If you want the template, you simply ask for the template. This is the template you can prepare. And if you have your own format, no issues, it can still be used. Okay. All right. So that is the how the digital contents are added. And now the second part is the URL part, right? So you can either upload the PDF or simply add the URL. Now, next, let's go to the search part. How do you search it? Okay. Let's see, there is a search here. Okay, so it's slightly going down. Maybe I'll cover these things. I'll probably flow in the same order. Okay. Linking external digital libraries with federated search. That's another interesting one. So, all right, let's cover what we have already added and then we'll go into the external contents. So now, this is the home page you are seeing. How to search for the books in the digital library. If you click on E, the complete digital library contents are visible here. So now, for example, if I want Java, and I click on Java, Java related items come over here. Okay. And now If the Java book is there, it is going to show that. It's the test data, may or may not be there. So let me pick up one thing. For sure, I know it is there. This particular prospectus. I click on view the copy. The prospectus is visible. See, it's so fast, no? It's how many pages? Maybe 50, 100 pages within a second. It's loading over here, right? So this is the prospectus for one of the years. We added over here in Europe, right? So they can search in the test book, political science. Let me see if there are more books over here. And okay, if it is there, it's going to show. Otherwise, it's not there, it's not going to show. History of Bangalore. So if it is there, it's going to show that. So now, history of Bangalore, if it is there, it's going to show. Otherwise, it's not going to show. But here we have added the Wikipedia. You click on it, it's going to go to the Wikipedia. This is how your digital library is searched here. So this is simple search on the title. If you want to search on the author, let me put Ramesh as the author and then search. It's going to search what are the items that Ramesh has added here. Okay. And if it happens to be in a somewhere else, you can link it that also here. Say one, what we do is especially related to the videos, right? If you have got a video, very big one, we ask our customers, put it into the YouTube because YouTube is almost free, right? So you can put all your contents in the YouTube and link that YouTube content into EasyLib. Okay, so students will be able to see that content. And here, this particular item has been loaded into Google Drive. And that Google Drive here, when it is uploaded from one of the colleges, I think it's uploaded, it has been given as an open access. That means anybody can view that. They cannot modify that. So that is why it's coming up over here. And if you want to give only to certain people access, then you can follow that, who all you want to give the access. Okay. Otherwise, you use this only the unlisted ones also. So that way, only that particular one who has the link will be able to open that. Or you can even expect the login also. Multiple options are available. So again, you can search on title, author, department, subject, publisher, so many of them you can search. Recently uploaded books or most viewed books, all of them you can see. This is one type of search here. You can do it in ebooks. Next is related to the EBT. What does this EBT means? You are searching by ebook types. We saw in the Sikkim Manipal, right? We had so couple of maybe about 7,000 items they had uploaded. That's a pretty exhaustive work, and all of them it is loaded and it's accessible. So now, so this is you are checking by type. Okay, handbook, question papers, all of that. Again, the same, pretty much same. If it is a question paper, you put it here. It's going to show that question paper over here. Okay, so that is by type you are searching. Ebook by type. Ebook by course and branch. This is another one, right? So here your students want, okay, what is my first semester, first year? What is it? Okay, show the Bachelor of Arts first year. Okay, how many books are there? 3. Computer science, 50 of them are there. Which of those 50? Again, those 50 or 20 will be listed here. If it is there, all of this is our sample data. So sometimes you will see it's that not loaded. So we'll probably have to clean up that thing. So, okay. So now, all right, let's, while we are on that, I'm going to show you something. We are right now, I found that some of this is could not be loaded because we had created the entry, but not loaded that particular file. So, any help you require, right? You can open a ticket also. Okay, you can open a ticket. Okay, how do you do that? You simply go here, click on the support. When you click on the support, every customer of ours will go to that particular customer specific page. So if I'm logging in with VG Women's College, if the VG Women's College people log in, they click on support, it goes into the customer support page of VG Women's College. It will show all their tickets that they have opened. Okay, and all the history of the tickets, what status in each state. Okay, who has been assigned to, what work has been done, when it is going to be completed, all of that you can see that. And if you want to open a new ticket, they can simply go here, open a ticket. Say for example, okay, here provide template option for digital subscriptions import. Provide a template for digital. We saw that there was no template there. So I'm opening a ticket here. Submit a ticket. It will get into our programmer's queue. Okay. See, all the people who write EasyLib software are many of the students of your own colleges, right? So, um, yeah, it's in the last 20 years, the people who have worked in EasyLib, some of them are working in Infosys, Wipro, TCS, and some of them in Google, Apple, and Verizon. Worldwide, I think probably about maybe 15, 16, at least 16 countries our people are working right now who worked in EasyLab earlier. Okay. So when they joined, they were probably had less experience. They worked here, contributed with a lot of energy, wrote new programs, and they moved on. Right? Okay. So basically, now coming back here, new ticket, you open a ticket, you get a notification saying that the so and so email has been opened. So when I go here, and now new ticket details, see campus here, provide template for digital subscriptions. See that? You see the ticket and our team will respond to that. Okay. Okay, so now coming back here, this was the document that we saw here. Again, there are two options here. Okay, so two options here. One is you can enable view, you can enable download. If you don't want the people to download it, you can request we can enable only the view. If you want them to be able to allow the download, we can open it in this way. If the parameter has been set to true allow download, they'll be able to click on this download and then click and then go. Okay. But if you don't want this kind of, let me show that once again here. When I clicked on E, right? So when I clicked on the Statistical Institute, the prospectus, there was no download option there. Where is that? Come on, one moment. Yeah, view the copy. There is no download option here anywhere. Right? So either way, you can choose. If you want to, it's again flexible within EasyLib. Oh, by the way, there is one more enhancement coming up. So we should be able to annotate that, use the AI tool to summarize it. So that's another enhancement that I'm going to cover it in the next portion after 4 or 5 items. Okay. All right. So this was, we looked at the by course content. Quick search is another method. So if you want to see by publishers, if you want to see by authors, if you want, okay, author, vendor, title, you can search on that. Let me put my phone on the do not disturb mode. Sorry about it. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is the quick search of the items there here. Now, next, let me go into the D option we saw, right? So that's we saw already the digital subscriptions list here. There is one more that is the IR, institutional repository. So we just, we are using the names interchangeably here, institutional repository, digital library. So this is another view of your digital content. See, for example, if I were to log into, if Sikkim Manipal people were to log in here, they would be able to see those 7,000 items. They can search on the ebook, subtitle, and all that thing. They can search it and view that particular document here. Okay. So this is, say, for example, now testing, faculty publications, biochemistry. These are test data. And if you think that there's a YouTube video, you can link that particular YouTube video here. And you click on this, it will open the YouTube video. Okay. Okay. All right. Software testing tutorial for beginners, something like that. So this is what you are doing here. You are, one moment, just let me, hold on, just a minute. So this was the institutional repository that you see. Okay. Now let me go to the next portion that is related to own publications. So this was another thing, right? So all your publications you can add into the digital library. So we provided a separate view for your own publications also. So again, you can create the question papers, a separate view for the question papers because students want all the questions paper to be easily accessible. They don't want, okay, don't ask me to search separately, give me a separate one. So that's why we have built that. Okay. So that is how you can build your digital library. It's not one day task or 1 week task. gradually you can keep on building your digital library. I think the VGHuman's digital library that we saw that has about couple of thousand items, right, was built over last 2 or 3 years period. Okay. Um, we saw that. Next is providing a unified search for the library. Okay. Wait a minute. There is a linking external digital contents with physical contents and federated search. Okay. So what it means is that here you can link your external contents like, BMJ, up to date, ChatGPT. They're all the digital libraries of somebody else. You can add all of them to EasyLib. And the beauty is that EasyLib has a federated search facility. What it means is that if you put the topic here, electronics here, and click on IEEE Explore, it is going to go to the IEEE Explore and search. So through the API, it's doing that search on the IEEE search. Similarly, if places to, so let's say how to build, let me put a question here. How to build a digital library? How to build a digital library, and you click on ChatGPT. EasyLib connects to the ChatGPT and helps you get the answer. Okay, so we have built that API based interface. So that way, any organization, if your university or somebody has built a larger digital library and they are ready to provide API, we'll be able to easily connect it from the EasyLib software. Okay, this is what is called as a federated search here. So you are in EasyLib, but you are searching the contents from elsewhere. Okay. Next item was managing the contents we saw, providing unified search. Okay. So providing a unified search for patterns. So what it means is that we have got, seen traditionally, what I showed you right now so far was searching the books. Searching the books I didn't show, sorry, searching the ebook contents. Okay, all the ebooks. Similarly, the other material that you have in the library is all your physical collections. Thousands of books you have. Then you have the periodical collections. So in EasyLib, we have got a unified search ability also. Okay, what it means is that if I go here in the unified search, if I put over here one topic, let's say physics, if I put, so now it's going to search in the books, journals, and your ebook also. Give you that data. Say, for example, here it says this is a material is a book. So it's only showing the books here. Let me make it as 100. And if there is see any other journal or a digital content is available over here. Okay. So now let's see script scrolling down, scrolling down. Okay. Maybe what I'll do is material types. See, 247 books are there. One international journal is there. One national journal is there. And another one they are not put. None means is basically it's going to search in the national journals and then show that data. Okay. So these are all the Pramana Journal of Physics, Journal of Astrophysics. So it's searching your periodicals also. And that periodical can be in the digital form or it can be in the physical form. Okay. So, and if this happens to be the periodical is in the digital form. When you click on this, it will open that particular URL for you. And if it is a regular subscription, it's going to show the subscription details. So EasyLib has all that intelligence built in over here. Based on the item type, it will go to that particular URL, or it will open the PDF copy, or it will show what all the years of subscriptions, what all volume issues you have got in your journal. And if it happens to be the book, it will show the books related to, okay, how many copies are available, how many are issued, how many are available, and so on, and also give you the ability to reserve. So that we have built. This is what is called as a unified search within EasyLib. So now say, for example, Java, let me click, because we had one saw that Java book, no? So when you click, one of the material that's going to be showed over here is, see, there is a book, 369. Java related ebooks are 4 of them. Project reports are there. Question papers are there. All of them. And if it is there, if I click on it, it's going to open that. If it's a test data, we might not have added it. So it's going to show that it's not available. But okay, so it's a single window to search in your entire content of your library. Now, one more enhancement that we have is related to adding your network libraries and the discovery services. What it means that if you have formed a network of, let's say, network of Bengaluru engineering colleges, So one of the enhancement that we have is you will be able to load that data here. When the students will see, they'll see what is in my college. If you click one more button, it's going to show this particular item is available in this college, this college, this college. So that way, some of the rare books you will be able to share among yourself. Okay. So that is what I meant by unified search. But for now, the most useful unified search is for combining your own books, your own journals, your own faculty publications, electronic material, digital material, these journals, as well as any other type of material in a one single search window, you can use it. All right. Extensive usage statistics. So what it means? So basically, when you are investing lakhs of rupees, or if not, or thousands of rupees on building a digital library, you want to know how well it has been used. So for that, we have got a clear opaque home page analysis over here. It is going to clearly show how many people are logging into our digital library every day, what kind of searches are being performed. Okay. What kind of searches are being performed? What is the statistics? Oh no, let's go over here. Ebook, opaque book requested list. Who requested what? Okay, that we are seeing here. Let me go here. So statistics, no? Library usage report. What it says in our library, in this period, how many people have logged into the library and how many books issued, returned, renewed that day. Okay, 26th November, one book was issued and 13 people in and out. OPAC, 43 people. Before that, 9 people. Whatever. So this is the date-wise statistics you are seeing. Then there is a opaque access the digital subscription URL. Suppose you are paying a few lakhs of rupees to subscribe to some journals, right? So you want to know whether those are being accessed or not. So here you will clearly see, okay, which member ID has accessed what subscription details. Okay, so that way you know whether the investment is justified. Now, ebooks, when you have your own content that you have uploaded, the guest right now, we just went and accessed this, right? So it's going to show this particular guest access this statistical institute, that particular prospectus, test for ebook, political science. So all that you can see in here. Okay. So this is another search report. There are quite a few statistics. If you want to see, okay, just show me this login statistics. How many people are logging into the library? Okay. If you want to see, you give a date and then choose by member type or member profile. If you see here, you are going to see, okay, how many faculty, professors, or students logged into the library in this period. Okay, in 1 month, roughly last 4 weeks, right? 253 times the students have logged in. So in addition to that, we have got something called SQL reporting, okay, within EasyLib. That is, if EasyLib doesn't have a report, it has the ability to write your own report actually. Okay, that's another very advanced feature here. So whenever you need a report, you simply open a ticket here. We will help directly write this particular report that will be available under the custom reporting module here. Okay, so pretty powerful one because I use it most often because even our company operations, like, sending you all the renewal reminders, those who are the customers, sending you the quotations, following up with you, the payments, all of that is tracked within EasyLib application. So we call it the Easy One application. If I click here, right, there are so many modules that you see here. Sales desk, service desk, finance, setup, finance, So sales desk related to interacting with our partners, the potential customers. In your case, interacting with your students, you can give the individual students access. Anyway, I'll keep that discussion for another demonstration. So let me focus only on the digital library part today. So extensive usage statistics we saw. Connecting digital contents and what's the time now? 4:01. I would require another 30 minutes because there are quite a few other items to be covered. Okay, let me go fast here. So connecting your physical and digital material. What it means here in your cataloging screen, okay, regular books cataloging, there is an option to link your physical material with your the digital material. So now if 7 habits of highly effective people, you pay about 1,000 rupees, get some 10 copies. Okay, 10,000 rupees, you have got 10 copies. They also give you a link saying that, okay, this is the URL where the book is accessible in the PDF format. What you can do is link a URL here. If they have given that particular URL, add that URL here. Okay. And if it happens to be a book PDF copy you want to add it, you add that, again you get that URL within EasyLib, add that also. So that way your physical library and the digital library work coherently with each other. So as a pattern, when I come over here, I'll see search this book. Okay, this particular book is available. Okay, physical copy. And I click on it, it will show the digital copy. Oh, I'm happy with the digital copy. So I don't have to go and search in the separately. I can just, as a main search itself, in the main search itself, I get this data. Okay. So that is how you can link your physical and digital library together. Personal digital library for professor. This is an interesting one actually. One of the customers, I think in the Manipal, that's Madhav Krupa school. They use this very well. So basically in the digital library module, right, there is an option wherein you can restrict the access who. Okay. So how that works is that there is a communication module in EasyLib. So here in this, you can form the groups of the students. Okay. What are the groups you are forming? Say, for example, cricket, carom, chess, and then carom, chess, and cricket, one group. EasyLib staff, our group. GST rules and regulations, another one. History lovers, I love Bangalore. These are all the different groups that you are forming. You can form these groups, and your professors, when what they can do is they can go here, log into the EasyLib. Okay, let me log in as a professor here. I think I might have logged out, so I am going to log in again as a professor. So there is an option of my digital library here. Okay, so on see there is a see if you see here there is some overlap. That means we need to do some work. So again, you can simply open a ticket. Our team will work on it. Shama, note it down. Okay, so my digital library. My digital library means every professor can upload their own notes, documents to EasyLib. Okay, right now what happens is that many of the professors prepare a material, send it to the students through the WhatsApp. What are the issues with that? Number one, there is no track of who all have access to the material. Right? So on the other hand, if you ask your professors, do not send the material by WhatsApp. Instead, you log into EasyLib, go to this new ebook and add that material. Okay, once that material PDF copy has been added, you can give that access to your students. So that with the advantage is that clearly you know what material the faculties are sharing. So that way, if the faculty moves out to another organization, that material is still with the institute. That is the first advantage. Second advantage is that you are able to get the usage statistics increased. Right? So obviously, one of the things that the NAC wants or anybody wants is how often your students are coming to the library. So if the things are going through the library, automatically the library usage is very well tracked. That's the second advantage. Third one is that if the students and the staff directly when they search it, right, the significance of library, the students may not come to the library, right? That's the risk. So that's why you want to make sure that you talk to each of your professors, have all their material added to their digital library. They have three options. They can create a public digital library. That means anybody who goes to the OPAC is able to see their particular digital library. Invited means they can only invite, let's say, first year students, first year commerce students, first semester, let's say this particular branch of engineering, this students. You can invite only those students, right? Or they can only keep it private. What it means is that I build this material. I am not going to publish it right now, but when the semester begins, I am going to make it public. So only that window of, let's say, 2 or 3 months. At that time, my material is accessible by my students. After that, the students will not have access. So that is the beauty of my digital library and access control. So the Madhav Krupa school, the beauty, what, we should compliment this, one of the best practices, right? They neatly prepared multiple documents, what the physics department wants, what the science teachers want, what maths teachers want, prepared all the material and formed a group of physics teachers, chemistry teachers, science teachers, Kannada, English teachers, and so on. Uploaded all the material under the digital library, personal digital library of the librarian, and that access, let's say the physics books access was given to the physics faculty. English books access was given to the English faculty. So that way, the material access was very well controlled, and most importantly, the information overload was reduced here. Otherwise, when the students or the faculty have hundreds of material in front of you, so obviously there is the information overload. So now using this digital contents, you are protecting the access as well as making sure that only the people who need to see are able to see that. Okay. Going forward, where else you can use it, right? So EasyLib also allows ability to, you can create your books for, let's say, chartered accountants, right? So that material or one, your, financials, the data related to the financials, all can be uploaded into EasyLib. Only the management and the chartered accountants can be given access to see the digital library. Okay. And EasyLib keeps a clear track of what access has been given to whom and who has accessed that material, right? And obviously, if somebody who doesn't have access, he will not even see that that particular material is available. Okay, so that's the beauty of access controlled digital library, where you can control the access in a repository by each individual or particular group also. I don't think there are many softwares that allow that kind of granular access control at a mass scale like in EasyLib. Okay. Okay, so this was the professor's digital library. Access controlled we cover. Indexing your own material. Oh my God, I totally forgot rather what it means. You have heard of Scopus. We take a pride. Okay, I have published my article in a Scopus Index article. Great. Now, imagine take your own organization. You have a history of, let's say, 50 years. Over the 50 years, you have published one or two annual books. That's 100 books. Your faculties have come up with the beautiful articles. They have published in so many newspapers. They have printed their own books. All of them over the years have been printed and then made available. At that time, they all have or may not be indexed by somebody else, Scopus or anybody else. Now, what we recommend is that librarian can take the initiative to index your own material. So all you have to do is to do that, you want to go into the EasyLib digital library module. There is an indexing screen here. Okay, so let me go into the digital library. URL indexing. You index what material you have. Say, for example, Times of India by Santosh. This is the URL path, what content it has got. If it happens to be your faculty publication, your own ebook, what is there in that? You can add that, right? So, I should tell you that if the best person to index your own organization's material is the people within the organization itself, because other people may or may not even have access. So definitely you want to scan your old documents, important items, put it over here. Okay. In the I should compliment one particular gentleman. That's Vignaneshwar Pratishthan. He is Mahadevaya. What he has done is that how Hyderabad, Karnataka became independent in 1948. Okay, that's the second part, not in 47, 48. Okay, at that time, who are the freedom fighters? They prepared a beautiful material, loaded onto EasyLib, index that material within EasyLib. So that's all is accessible on their website. Okay, so that's the URL indexing part. Let me go into the migrating the data. Okay, so now much of the digital library we covered. Okay, building, indexing, all that, searching and all that. Now the question is, if you are using some other digital library software, how do you come to EasyLib? Right? Very simple. What you want to do is you have two things. One is the metadata, the title, author, subject, call number, class number, the path, and all that thing. You simply prepare in Excel, go to the screen, import it. Or you click on support, open a ticket, attach that particular file, click on submit button. Our team will help you upload that data. Then how do you get the PDF copies into our server? For that, again, you want a few methods can be followed. Directly, you can upload one by one. That is one method. Or you can put them into a common drive. Okay, so we will create a drive for you, or you can put it in a Google Drive. You put the space is much more. We can take a separate space for you, or you can put there, and from there the link can be provided to EasyLib Digital Library. So that way, the search everything happens through the EasyLib, but the actual contents may be residing in that particular server. Especially if you want to have your own contents within your organization, the PDF copies of the documents. If you want to put in your own local server, you can still do that. You put that item in that server, that link you add into the EasyLib. Okay, so that is how the entire digital library can be built. Again, definitely a few customers from other software, right? Just prepare an Excel, get the data, and then import it. It's just matter of maybe a week where your all the entire digital library gets built. Once it is built, then uploading, updating regularly is something that will go on for a long time. Okay, upcoming enhancements to digital library and EasyLib IR module. Quite a few enhancements are coming up over here. One of the major enhancements that is coming up here is the artificial integration, intelligence integration. So what is that we are trying to do is, say, for example, I go to the digital library, I see one project report of, let's say, 200 pages. We are working on providing the link to the Copilot, where you click the Copilot, it is going to give you a summary of that particular 200-page document in 2 pages. So that is one enhancement that's coming up in digital library portion. Other one, we want to definitely improve the view, look and feel of that. So that is another thing coming up. Third is related to discovery service. So wherein the material of the other libraries is added over here, so you will get a unified window. Then another one is there is a lot of enhancement in the personal digital library portion, right? So wherein we want to interact with the professor, see what kind of material they want to add it, and then add that. That is another one. Another major enhancement is we are trying to work with some of the people who have built in the digital library already. Okay, so that we can build a better interface with them. So that is another enhancement that is going on. So these are some of these enhancements. Okay, that is only a sample, but even more are there. Okay. Certificate, of course, all of you get the certificate. Again, certificates, right? So we have added one module called events in EasyLib. So if you go here, event management. So all of you who become customers of EasyLib, you get the event management also. You can create an event under your library, give access to the students. Chandrakala Digital Library. So she has registered. Shashikala, madam, then Soumya. No, these all people have registered for today's digital library module. So similarly, from your library, when you conduct the event, instead of sending the CSP related to this event registration, you send the link to your college.easylib.net/event registration. You will be able to take the event registration and track how often you are conducting the events, who all have been attending, and all so on. And when you create an event, you will also be able to add a certificate also. So now if I add a particular event, right? So I'll add this event. Let's say tomorrow there is going to be another topic. We are going to have it, event type, all that, start date, end date. There are two more fields here, attendance certificate. We can design the attendance certificate within EasyLib. And once you design this over here, invite letter also can be added here. So that particular PDF format can be added here. Okay. So after once this is completed, when you log in, you will be able to download that particular certificate from there. So those of you who are Karnataka Library Association members, right? So you will be able to download the Kala membership certificate using the EasyLib software, right? So yeah, it is the same technology again. So that has been added already. So similarly, all your certificates you'll be able to download within EasyLib. Again, that is also very simple. So you'll be able to generate those certificates in the format. Okay. Um, We clubbed with the ID card design, barcodes, and all that. You design one certificate in that, and then your students will be able to, our participants will be able to download that. We will send you the link when that is completed. Okay. Okay, so that's what that's about the digital library model. I know I took about 15 minutes extra from you all, but I think it's been worthwhile. So this is how you can build a digital library within EasyLib. Track it, track the usage, and make sure that you are giving the best of the best service, to your students. So the excellence, right, doesn't come on a suddenly, at one day. Excellence comes a step by step. So if your college or the institute has to be excellent, top, library plays critical role. You want to catalog all your books thoroughly. You build a digital library. You want to track your in-out register. You want to track your events. You want to get the registrations events online. You want to give them the certificate. So at every step, and you want to communicate them regularly. Again, easily, by the way, has the emailing facility, right? So at every step, you want to do the work in an extraordinary level so that you will be able to achieve excellence in your organization. That's what we are trying to be, and we are hoping that we will help you all in your journey of excellence. Okay. So that's about it. Let me take the questions. Okay. Let me see here. Kshama, how many questions we have got? Oh, good to see about 20
The two
people here.
questions.
Okay. Yeah. Can you read out the questions? Where can I see?
The Q and
Um,
A part.
okay. All right. So good. Anonymous user, so I don't know who is the. I think if you register to the Microsoft Teams, you should be able to put the name. So right now I see as anonymous user, so I don't know who has asked this question. But anyway, the question is, sir, when we add new books to our library through the EasyLib software, is it possible for students to automatically receive email notifications about new arrival? Absolutely yes. So there is a that's how it is done is that you can enable each book, but that becomes a little overwhelming because you might be procuring 1,000 books, and each time email going to 1,000 students is not worth it. One of the enhancements that we have is the students will be able to select which of the keywords that they want, and any keyword, any book where that particular keyword is there, it will list that and then send that. Okay. So let me check whether that particular enhancement is in the production or not. And once it is there, you will be able to get that particular email. Right now, it is a little manual process wherein you can still send the message, by the way. How you can do that is you can go to the member module here, master data, and click on the plus E and send the email here. Okay. So where is that member list? Yeah, you can click on plus E somewhere. There will be one option here, and then you can send that particular email to each of the student. Okay. Yeah, it's to answer your question, it's going to come in future. Okay. The next one. Hi, sir. Is there any AI configuration available for sending automatic emails to users who have pending fines before the due date, and also for providing a chat bot service to assist users with the library related queries? Very good question here. Both of them are possible here. Is there AI configuration available for sending automatic email to users who have the pending fines? So actually, we have built that module already here in EasyLib. So that's called a batch module. Okay. Come on, where is that? Let me click. Batch module has got quite a few of the items here. Fine calculation is what is enabled here. Every day it calculates the fine for all the students. Due alerts through emails. This book sends the email alerts to students about their incoming due dates and all that. This job, we just have to schedule it. So that is there. So by default, we have not been scheduling it. But those of you who want it, you open a ticket, we'll be able to schedule it. Only thing is that the 100 emails per day are complimentary. After that, there is a charge with that. Okay, so again, the email services providers charge it, and if we use our own gateway to send it, it will consider as a spam, and all those things need to be this become problematic. So we need to use the specific services when we are sending the bulk emails. So in fact, when we send you a message related to the notifications, right? There is an event that we are conducting today. Yesterday there is a little unsubscribe button here, there. All those we have to follow that because they are all part of the GDPR, that the regulations that different governments of the different states have come up with, and we need to follow that whenever we are sending a bulk email. Sending one email at a time, no issue, but sending a bulk email to hundreds of students, this need to be followed. So please open a ticket. We'll work with you on that front. Okay, so the next one is hello everyone. We are now okay. So this was the Fahna's open to questions. Okay. Any other questions? You can post the follow-up question over here. Yes, Nagendra, Miss Nagendra. Okay, good. Let's see if there are anyone. Okay, so how to get all search results in one place? Physical library, digital library, and periodical results. So let me show that once again. So for that, what you want to do is click here. And let me go back to the home page here. In this, there is a unified search. Click on the unified search. In the unified search,
Excuse
so
me, sir.
yes, go ahead.
Your screen is not visible.
Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the message. Okay, Aishwarya's question was how do we get a unified, the all the physical, digital, and the electronic material. Here I go here, I can choose whether I want only the ebook and non-books, books and non-books, ebooks or journals, or it will search in everything and all the different things. So if I put on Java here, it is now going to show me across all the items. The another beauty is that you don't have to do any manual work. EasyLib does it all automatically, merges all the data and shows you a single window here. So you are seeing your books, e-books, project reports, question papers, material type, multiple items searched, and the data is shown one place. Say now, if I click on the book, right, Samajavada, if I click, so let me close other windows here. Okay. Okay, so now that particular Samajawada book is searching, right? So, oh, Samajawada, why did it come as a Java? Java is there, so it has come. So now it is searching, showing the results of that particular book written by so and so, how many copies you have, and all that. And on the other hand, if it happens to be an ebook, it will open that particular ebook for you. Okay, last time I showed that particular journal, right? One journal, it was showing that, what all the issues, volumes you have got, and so on. Okay, so hope that answered your question, Aishwarya. Okay, all right. Mr. Nagendra, good to have you on the call. Okay, any other questions? We can stay for one more minute and answer the questions. So, Um, yeah, maybe I'll just get you, give a information on how to get started with overall EasyLib. EasyLib is very follow the very simple standard implementation, pricing, the entire process. Very simple price. Our price is all dependent on the number of users. So the cost of EasyLib as of 2025 November, right? For the first user, the digital library, physical library, in-out management, all combined starts at 40,000 rupees per year. Then for every additional library staff, there is a certain amount, usually about 20,000. If you have got many more, then there is, of course, there is a discount over there. So if you want only the physical library, only the digital library, only the in-out management, we can work out on that also. And we have got the campus ERP, the complete easy one application, what I showed you. By default, oh, again, I think I need to share that screen, right? So hold on. So this is when you become a customer, you get access to the complete thing. So the whole easy one application, you get it because we find that the definition of the library services has been tremendously changing year on year. Traditionally, the library meant managing the books. Then the journals got added. Then the digital material got added. Then you are expected to build your own institutional repository. Then there is an event management. Now, the definition of library, now when you go to the library, it says library and information center. That means any information pertaining to that particular organization, librarian is the owner, right? So that is why what we have done in EasyLib is that we have given you the ability to track every information that pertains to your organization for convenience, whether you do it or organization assigns to somebody else. That is different, but you can track everything, including the furnitures, including the computers, what all you have got, what all the schedules for the maintenance. Okay, all that digital contents you can scan it and then put it over here. So again, I went with the events, so the complete events, whether conducted by the library, conducted by the organization, everything can be tracked within EasyLib. So I will cover all these other modules in a different demonstration, but let me assure you, all of that is available for librarians to use it. You just look at this demonstration, ask what all you want to use. We'll be happily able to enable and give you the training as well. Okay. Um, that's about it. Thank you very much. Now it's 4:28. If there are any questions, we'll stay on. Otherwise, we'll conclude the webinar. Thanks to about 20 people who have joined. Really good to have. And tomorrow's the topic. Kshama, do we have the topic for tomorrow? Okay. Oh, tomorrow we are not going to have that. Okay. So next webinar is going to be on Monday. We will announce the topic on, you will get it on Saturday. Okay. Thank you and have a great day. If you have questions, feel free to write to us. Our contact details are very simple. Let me write it. And you have any questions, you can reach to any of us. This is Kshama's number 9844349606. She can be reached at kshama@easylib.net. And my name is Vasu Deshpande. I'm one of the founders of the company. And I can be reached at this email ID. And this is my phone number. Okay. Thank you and have a wonderful day. All right. Bye. The event will conclude now.